Alright guys, I have a question here that says, is it bad when my throat hurts a little bit and my voice is a little bit more hoarse than before? Or is my voice just tired after doing many of these straw exercises?
There's an interesting distinction to be made here, and that's the difference between sore and tired. One is a sign of potentially improper technique and something bad, and one is a sign of potentially that you're doing something correct and the voice is just getting tired because you're doing lots and lots of the same thing. In general, you should never feel worse than where you began. Your voice should not feel sore or painful after doing any kind of vocal task, whether that's with a straw or not. However, depending on the type of singing task that you're doing, you might find that after long periods of training or long periods of singing, you might find that your voice feels a little bit tired as a result, but that is different to painful as a result. Painful is a sign of potentially straining or doing something that's overloading for the voice. Tired is a sign that potentially you're doing something for just a little bit too long and you just got to relax and chill out for a bit. Here's a couple of things to consider which might help you rebalance things. How much effort are you putting in? Are you starting with really high effort from the beginning of your exercise? And if you are, that might be a sign that your baseline effort is too high. And so when you try and do more things, when you try and go higher in pitch, the effort just builds and builds and builds, and that promotes strain, which promotes a sore voice feeling. In those instances, you might need to think about rebalancing your effort levels to start at a lower effort so you've got somewhere to move to. Equally, if you're starting with a really, really narrow straw, you might be overloading the voice from the get-go as well. Because really narrow straws offer really high resistance, and your voice might not want that high resistance. Your voice might want something that's a little bit lower in resistance because that's where it more comfortably lies. And so by using something like a narrow straw with high resistance to begin with, you're overloading and overpressurizing your voice, and that might again cause you to try and strain to overcome that sensation. So the key for straws is to find something that is comfortable and balanced.